Welcome to PetPix Academy show. Expect to meet incredible pet influencers, pet experts, and pet clothing designers. My name is Vasi. I'm your host. I'm a professional award-winning photographer, but I'm also a very passionate furry mommy, exactly like you. So our show not only made it to top 10 in US, top 2 in multiple countries, but this show is going to help you learn how to take incredible pictures, videos, how to get ready for the holidays, social media strategies, and if you have a pet business, we're going to help you grow it. So let's the show begin. Hello, dear friends. Welcome to today's episode. This is Vasi, your host, and very passionate furry mommy, exactly like you. I don't know about you, but being a Chihuahua mom and, being a professional photographer and teaching a lot of you how to take better pictures, a lot of times I have noticed, including my boy, has redness around his eyes. Some furry kids, they have redness around their mouth, and also, believe it or not, but I have seen and photographed a lot of furry kids who have redness around their paws. And for many years, my students and clients kept approaching me, so Vasi, do you have any solution? Do you know, is there any organic and natural way on how we can just try to cut down and, or remove the spots? And of course, that's not my specialty. That's not what I do. But one day I was really very fortunate, and my very dear friend, Miss Dior, from Australia, with her mommy and the Pucci perfume, they said, you know what, Vasi, we have a very dear friend, Sue. She's also known as Steady Mom. And, she has this amazing product. And this is why Miss Dior looks so great. And she's a white, cute doggy if you don't know her. And she doesn't have any redness. And then I connected with Sue, and Sue said, yes, Vasi, I'll you come. And I'm so excited and truly, really thrilled, because I don't know about you, but I want to learn all about it, because I definitely need to work on Chico, and his red spots. Because it's easy to use Photoshop, but in real life, it would be nice if they're not there. So without further ado, thank you, Sue, for being here with me. And also, your boy, it's there.
Vasi, thank you so much for inviting me. It's a real pleasure, and it's nice to be able to speak to your audience. You are quite right. It was Miss Dior's mummy that put us both in touch. I love Miss Dior. She's absolutely beautiful, always looking white and perfect. Well, most of your audience will know that I am the mummy, the owner of Miss Teddy. And she is a little white Maltipoo. She's 10 years old, and it wasn't until she was 4 that she developed the tear stains. But before I talk about the tear stains, obviously everyone knows Miss Teddy. We design and make dog clothes and sell all over the world. And I always knew that if I could find a treatment that was all natural to get and actually work, that got rid of the tear stains, then I would invest in that company, because I am a little bit of a serial entrepreneur, and I couldn't believe it. I, like most of your audience that have got dogs with tear stains, they will agree that they have purchased things from all over with promises that this product will get rid of the tear stains. I did the same. It cost me a fortune. I was always excited to receive the products, but they never worked. I was always very down in the mouth, disappointed. So created this product called Happy Tears. It's all natural ingredients, and it is a treatment. So you have to apply the treatment every day, generally for about 14 days, but it can take longer or less time depending on the severity of this tears. But Vasi, you just mentioned your little boy. You may not know why dogs get tear stains. And I am in the process at the moment of re-educating the world. It's very simple. Everybody will talk about food, bowls, water, atmosphere, allergies. Now, some of these will play a small part in why a dog tears, but it won't play a part in why they go rusty. Now, all dogs tear, some more than others. And I think it's every 3 months, dogs excrete their blood cells. So they're excreted. And in these blood cells, there's something called porphyrins, and there's iron in the porphyrins. So when they excrete this, it comes out of their eyes, their mouth, and their private parts on a boy only, not on a girl. So when you see the brown stains, that is actually rust. Because when a dog tears, it comes out, it hits the atmosphere and oxidizes immediately and turns to rust. So for you, Vasi, and all of your listeners and all of your followers, if they can understand that first of all, that will put their mind at rest about trying different foods, different products, allergies. Obviously, there's a footnote here that you do need to check that your dog hasn't got blocked tear ducts or anything else with the vet. But most of my customers have already done that. And then they purchase the treatment and we go through the process and hey presto, they find it works.
How amazing, and thank you so much because you're right. I mean, I know that our boy, like all of our babies, but he eats like really nice food, everything, sweet potato, you name it. Like we make sure that everything it's kind of organic, it's really high quality. And then I just really noticed that sometimes it's more severe than other times. And of course, as we know, I mean, especially Chihuahuas, and he's a senior, I mean, he's 15 years old and like he doesn't like to be touched on his face. So I always was wondering. So you can imagine my struggle.
Right. Well, I do have a solution to that, Vasi. I speak to customers every single day about lots of things to do with not just tear stains, but behavior problems and food and allergies and all sorts of things. I'm not a vet, but I've had lots of dogs and I've had dogs with allergies and problems. And obviously I speak to hundreds of my customers, so they help me. So if your boy is 15 and he doesn't like being touched on the face, I'm not saying it's too late because he's 15. However, my recommendation is to desensitize him to touch. Now, you do have to be consistent with this, Vasi, and do this several times a day. I usually say if you can do it 10 minutes every hour or even twice an hour for a couple of days, 2 to 3 days of desensitization, then eventually the dog will allow you to touch them. So it's really just showing them, just caressing them around their face, not using any product, saying good boy or good girl, and then maybe offering a little treat, a very small treat. But you bring them to you on your knee. You fetch them from where they are, have a little moment with them, caress them. Don't do anything for the first day. Then on the second day, you show them my cloths and my tins, but you don't do anything with it. You just put them on your knee. You bring the dog onto your knee, do the same thing with little treats, telling them how gorgeous they are, talking calmly to them, but taking control because you are bringing them to you. They're not coming up to you gratuitously. Then on the third day, you would just use the cloth and just say, what a good boy, good girl you are. Just gently show them, just tickling them around the face. Keep doing that. Then you would bring out one of the applicators and just touch them. That's all you're doing is touching them. Now, if you can do this consistently throughout the day for 3 days, but keep doing it 2 or 3 times an hour, I would almost stake my life that on the 4th day, you would be able to apply that treatment. And I say that not because of Miss Teddy, because Miss Teddy is so calm and lets me do anything to her, because of all the hundreds of customers I speak to and give them this advice, and they ring me up and say, oh my gosh, Sue, it's a miracle. It does work.
I'm so excited. I want to thank you for those wonderful recommendations. Definitely will take you on it. And I'm sure that a lot of people who are listening to the podcast would for sure benefit, because it's like constantly, Vasi, what tool do we use for editing on my phone so I can remove it? Of course, I did find 2 solutions for parents to digitally do the magic, but you are, the person who would help physically to do the magic, with your incredible invention and product. So this is really amazing. And so you mentioned that like you have to apply it, and you mentioned that it's kind of a powder first, and then can you just explain a little more about the process?
Yes, of course. Also with the process, there's a big secret that not many people know. Now, because it is rust, it's like if you put a bike outside and leave it in the rain, it will rust. So this is what staining is. It's rust. So you can't remove the rust with water. We just picked it up. You can't remove the rust with water. So I say to everybody, do not use water, baby wipes, wet ones, or anything else, just my treatment. So forever, even you, Vasi, I've got a really good tip for you and for your audience. So as from now, when we finish this conversation, if you have got a soft tea towel, all you need to do is to use that tea towel to remove any gunk or debris and dry the eye area.
Oh.
Now, the secret is in keeping it dry, because if you clean your dog's eye with the towel every day, you will remove the stain, but you will never remove the stain that's already there. That's why my treatment works. However, if you've got a puppy, and obviously they tear, don't they, because they're teething, you can start immediately by drying that eye when they tear. And a lot of dogs, a lot of my customers, a lot of them incessantly tear. The dogs incessantly tear. So the big tip for you and your customers, your audience, is to dry that area. That's the secret. Keep it dry. Wow. I have evidence of that with Teddy, not just on her eyes. So if you was to purchase my treatment, the first thing you would do would be to clean the debris and the gunk with a cloth, my cloth. Once you've done that, then spend time drying the area so it's completely dry where the stain is. And then with it's all in the kit, with the applicator, the pink applicator, it's 2 sprays of the liquid, onto the applicator. Wipe it down the eye once, because we only want it damp and not wet. The liquid has a natural antibacterial property in it. So if you've left any little gunky bits around, it will just clean that area. Then the second thing is to use the black applicator, put it into the powder, the tin of powder, get lots of powder onto the applicator and work that into the whole stain. So your job is to build that powder up so that when the dog tears and it oxidizes and turns to rust, it will sit on the powder and not seep further into the stain. And then if your dog tears 10 minutes after or later in the day, all you have to do is to dry it. Use the finger wipe or the cloth that I've provided and just dry the area. That's a very big tip, a very useful one. And I hope you would try it, Vasi, and let me know how you get on.
Oh, absolutely. I will keep you posted, because this is great. Like, especially today I knew, but I was so excited for us to do the session, to do our podcast, because I'm like, well, I need to know. I want to know. And then, apply it for my boy and then share with a lot of other furry parents, because it's a miracle.
It really is a miracle. And the fact that you can use it on puppies and pregnant dogs, and it's all natural, it's safe to use. And also probably a lot of your audience will have dogs that chew their feet and have brown stains on their feet.
Yes.
So basically what I say to my customers with that, we need to stop the dog from chewing. Well, first of all, we need to find out why they're chewing. It could be allergies. It could be the fact that they're just in habit forming. Mm-hmm. So once we establish it's not allergies or anything untoward with the vet, this is another big tip, Vasi, because I had personal experience with my Westie Joe, who had this problem. He was allergic to weeds, trees and grass. I had to completely deck my house at the time, my garden, and we had to go on concrete walks. And he chewed his feet, and to the extent that they bled. And the vet gave this cream. The cream didn't work. So what I did, and this I have got the patience of a saint, especially for my animals and my pets and my family and babies and old people. I just love them. So I diligently did this every day. This is another good tip. So first of all, when your dog comes in from outside, get a bowl of salt water. Make sure the salt is dissolved. Swish their paws, swish, swish, swish in the bowl, and then get another bowl of just plain water. So you're swishing any residual salt off that didn't dissolve. Then with either a microfiber cloth or a bamboo cloth, you more than likely have a microfiber cloth in the kitchen for cleaning, or a soft tea towel. I want you to thoroughly dry that paw, go right up into the pads and dry it. Now, if you can do that every time they come from outside, you will stop the irritation. And then when you see your dog nibble, all you've got to do is put a lick mat in front of them with their favourite treats and just tell them no, because they're in a habit as well. So if the irritation stops, they still might continue to nibble. So your job is to be firm and say no, put a lick mat there. I've helped hundreds of my customers with that as well. And then when the dog stops chewing their paws, then you can apply the treatment and get the paws white again.
Wow, this is just incredible. Wow, thank you so much. I'm sure that a lot of people will benefit, including myself. And it's so interesting because I think it was about a month ago, I actually photographed naked kitty cat. And so it was amazing to see her crying. It's just like a human because, I feel that with furry kids, or at least, when I see my clients and when I go to all of these, pet fashion events here in US, I see them only for a little bit. So I can really physically see the tears. But just with naked doggies and kitty cats, with their breed, you can see it. And it was just, I couldn't believe. It was like a human and just very, very interesting. And then I do see that I'm currently in your website. And again, friends, I encourage you, make sure that you go and check all of Sue's information below in the description of the podcast, or if you're seeing our flyer in a different platform. And you can, of course, see and check the website. Please share, because I know that a lot of furry parents would benefit. So I see that you have quite a bit of different things. So if there is a parent who is like me, they have no clue from where to start, what would the first product you would suggest them to take?
Just the kit, Vasi. Just to let you know, we are in the middle of having a new website that will be launched, I hope, within the next week, because I do feel this website is quite confusing. I know that because I get a lot of emails from people saying, I have a Bichon, a Wheaton, a Cotton Detulia. What product do I need? There's only one product that everybody needs, and it's just the kit. So it's the kit. It costs $24.95. There's everything in there for you to get rid of the tear stains. Mm-hmm. But because I make the finger wipes as well, which people love those. They put them in the pocket, take them for a walk. So when the dog tears, they can just wipe it with a finger wipe instead of carrying a cloth around. So we've added things so that if people want to buy a kit, an extra finger wipes or extra applicators, they save on the shipping, because we know shipping is very expensive. So that can be quite confusing, but the kit is the only thing that people need. If they want to send me photographs, I like to zoom in and have a look. I could call them, give them special advice, and sometimes they might need 2 powders, but 1 powder will be sufficient for at least a good month, maybe 2 months of application. So they only need the kit.
Wonderful. And then just want to clarify, it's about, 25 pounds, because we do have people from all around the world. I mean, of course, so with different type of currency. So it's pounds, friends, but it doesn't matter. I mean, how much it's our baby's health and look worth, so much more. And I see that, it's so cute because you have it in a blue color and you have it in a pink color. And by the way, friends, by the time we release this podcast, the new website will be probably up. So still just look down in the description, and this is how people will, each of you friends, you'll be able to reach out. And so where people can find you?
They can find us on website, which will always be www.youngwoofians.com, or Instagram, which is young_Woofians. If they know me through Miss Teddy, it's missteddy.com, and there's a link to Young Woofians. And if it's Instagram, it's Miss Teddy UK, and they will easily find Young Woofians through there, because Miss Teddy is the company, Young Woofians is the brand. I own Miss Teddy the dog, and I own Miss Teddy the company, and I didn't want to create another separate company with the Young Woofians, so that's within Miss Teddy. But just if we are wrapping up, I would like to just add one thing which I'm incredibly excited about.
Yes, please. Yay.
Right, Teddy, this idea came about because of a problem with Teddy, like the tear stains. Teddy has a wart on her leg, and she nibbled it. Oh. And so it did get infected, took her to the vet. The vet gave me cream, and it didn't go away. It was continually nibbling it, Vasi. If it's there, they're going to nibble it. So I mackled together I've got a nibble guard, and it was amazing. Teddy couldn't reach it, couldn't get to it. So basically, I've designed an antique nibble guard. I'm in the middle, I've just registered that, the design registration. I'm just in the middle of trialing that. Teddy's had it on her leg. I'm taking photographs every day. You can see each day that this wart, she's got 3 warts actually, that they are healing. I haven't put anything on it. I've just dried it with my bamboo cloth and I put the guard on. They're healing, and the fur, I've put the powder around the fur, and the fur is starting to go white again. So I can't wait to put this out online and say, this is how long it takes. Now, I've spoken to a lot of people. I've spoken to vets, to groomers, to my customers, and everybody wants one. But until I'm happy with design, I won't put it out there. But from that came the idea of the collar. And this is the cone. You know, we've all heard the cone of shame. Nobody likes that. And when I designed the first one for Teddy and I put it around her neck, it's basically like a donut, but it's got Velcro so it can lengthen or shorten. And it's like a pillow with a pillowcase. So it has a slip on it that you can wash. So, and I will be doing them in white, blue or pink to start off with. However, the beauty of this, Vasi, is they can still see, you know, they can see peripherals. There's no problem because it's just around the neck and it's comforting and it's calming. When I first put it on Teddy, she immediately went into her bed and fell asleep on it because it's spongy and started snoring. It's
genius, you.
It's so simple that it's amazing. It's just really simple, but I'm still working on it because I want it to look really attractive. It's difficult to make it look stunning, but the key thing is that when it's around a dog's neck, they can't reach their stitches when they've been spayed or neutered. They can't nibble their leg if they've got a problem with it. So obviously, for bigger dogs, it will have to be stuffed quite a lot with the filler. And the filler is filler that's used in babies' toys and also in dogs' toys. So it's safe. And the cloth is washable, it's comfortable, it's snuggly. I'm so excited about it. I just can't wait to launch it. So I'm hoping that will be launched before the end of the year.
That's fantastic, Sio. I am jumping to the roof. I mean, and I'm sure that you'll be back to the show. Friends, I will be working with you behind the scene to tell her, okay, it's time to come again. You know, hopefully we can do more things together because it's really great. And I have one silly question. How would you recommend for parents to wash the cloth with the kit?
Oh, right. So you can wash the cloth and the finger wipes. They can go in your washing machine with all of your other clothes. That's what I do with Teddy's because I use white and pink on Teddy every day. I don't need to use stain on Teddy. I just need to use the cloth to dry the area. So I use a pink cloth or a white cloth. They don't run. There's no dye that comes out of it. So I just stick it in with my towels. I wash them every day and they just dry. You don't need to put them in the dryer. You can just leave them out overnight and they'll be dry the next morning. So they are washable. And Vasi, those cloths, the bamboo cloths, I was selling an awful lot of them. So I contacted the people that bought them and they said they were using them to remove their makeup.
Oh.
So, and you don't need a cleanser and toner. They were just using warm water and removing all of their makeup. So I made 10 round ones, made a bigger bag so that you can just put them in the bag. And I actually use them every morning, every night. And all I do probably have about 4 on the go. I just remove my makeup with a cloth and warm water. And then I just pat my skin with a dry one, put them in the wash. So I've always got some on the go. And it's saved me a fortune.
Yeah.
Bamboo cloths are amazing. So, and they can just go in the washing machine.
Oh my God, this is so interesting. Wow, this is fantastic. Thank you so much. I feel, honestly, you open a completely new world in front of me. And friends, see you in a great way. It's the solution to a lot of your problems. So of course, until it starts working, I will help you with joining PetPix, with my editing class and our membership. I will help you how digitally you can remove it, but why not do it physically? And as you can, naturally, physically and naturally. And also as furry parents for us, also to kind of benefit and use it on us for certain things. That's really amazing. And I really want to thank you, Sue, for finding the time to being here with me and our listeners. And I'm so excited for people to just really come and check your new website and find you in your social media. Please, again, friends, just share, because there will be other furry parents who really need it, but they don't know about you. Because again, if it wasn't Miss Dior, I wouldn't know about Miss Teddy's mommy, Sue. So thank you for being here with me today.
I want to say it's been a pleasure. And I do want to add a footnote. I have been on a Zoom with you before, I think with, I can't remember who it was, but I've done a couple with you.
With the puppy post, Rivka?
Yes, yep. Puppy post.
Yeah, we love her. Yes, I love her. I love puppy post. Oh.
So I am familiar with your work, and a lot of my customers, once they've used the treatment to remove the stain, they say to me, I can now take photographs because there's no stain in there. So it may encourage your audience, once, if they do have tear stains and they do remove them, they fall back in love with their little baby's face again and feel proud to do the photographs and want to learn how to take great photographs, which was obviously by, following you and going on your workshops or doing whatever it is that you're doing in the most wonderful way. So I think it's a positive for you as well, Vasi.
Absolutely. No, I do agree with you, because every time when I invite brands like yourself, and I ask him, so what do you look for to work with Furry Kit? To have it as a brand ambassador, as a pet influencer. And that's what they say, consistent pictures, nice reels, which is videos, and that's I teach as well. But also, being clean under the eyes. It's it adds to the picture in a great way. So that's why I knew, I was counting the days and the hours for us to record this and for you friends to listen it. And I would encourage you to listen this particular episode with you and I, because myself, I think that this is in a great way a lot of beyond value information. And to be honest with you, maybe if you have spouses, share that with them as well. Because in our case, my husband and I, both of us, we take care of Chico. We have our responsibilities. But I think that if the second person in the family also is on the same page, it would make the process better. Because
I agree with you. And I didn't say, because people may be asking you this, so it's best for me to say this. It does actually work on the beard as well, Vasi, not just the tear stain. So anywhere where they've got brown stain in, the product will work.
That's fantastic. This is incredible. Yay! I don't know about you, but I'm doing the happy dance, friends. I'm so excited. Thank you, Sue, for coming. Again, friends, all the information. Can you just repeat one more time the name of the brand?
Yes, I can. The company is called Young Woofians, and the treatment is Happy Tears. Yeah. So if you want to go on our website, it's www.youngwoofians, and Instagram is young_woofians.
Love it. And again, friends, all the information links will be in the description in the podcast. As you know, you can always listen to the podcast on petpixacademy.com when you go to podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, Stitcher, and you name it. So many podcast platforms. But anyway, thank you, Sue, for coming. Thank you, friends, for being here with me. Have an amazing day. And I know that from today on, you have a hope, because we are going to say bye-bye to these red spots on our babies and make them look even cuter like little puppies. So thank you, Sue. Have an amazing day.
My pleasure. You too. Thank you.
Thank you, friends. See you next time. And that's it. Just keep pressing the button of your camera. Keep taking this amazing picture. And from now on, yes, if you like, I will teach you how to remove them digitally, these red spots. But let's just do it organically, naturally, and in a pleasant way for our furry babies. So thank you, friends. Bye. Thank you for listening to the episode. I really hope you learned some new tips and tricks. Please check out in the description of the podcast the links to our guest speaker today. Go, say hi, support them, share with your friends, because I know that together we can have fun and keep learning and really enjoying being part of our pet loving community. Also, please show us your support. Go to Apple Podcasts, download our episode, write us a review, and just follow us. And don't forget, when you go to petpixacademy.com, I have created a lot of amazing free classes, so please go check them out, enjoy it. And of course, the holidays are almost there on the corner. Well, friends, check out our holiday class. Believe me, you're going to learn a lot, and your pictures are going to look like they have been taken by a professional photographer. And last but important, we are going to be running a contest, so when you go to your social media, Facebook or Instagram, and you post picture, please tag PetPix Academy, hashtag PetPix Academy, and the end of every month we are going to have special courses as giveaways and other goodies. So thank you. This is Vasi, your host, and see you next time. Bye.